Hello everyone, welcome to iExamB. SEBI grade A exam date is again extended. Different people, different mood. In this video, I am going to tell you what shall be the strategy now when you have more time in hand. And I am going to lead this discussion mainly by telling you about the topics important for paper 2. What are the kind of questions these can be asked, and I am also taking some previous year questions as an experience. The securities market and finance questions of last year can give you a very good clue of how to prepare. About the basic understanding of the syllabus, broad preparation strategy, salary, job profile, please go through this video. I am also going to tell you what not to do. This is very important. iExamB helps you in your preparation by connecting you with the experts who have cracked multiple competitive exams, and they teach you different subjects so that you score in every topic and finally clear the exam. On this 74th Independence Day, there is an excellent offer for you. Pay only 74%. There are two kind of situation when the exam date is extended. Some of you are very happy, I have more time to prepare, and some feeling now I can apply, I have missed it before. And few of you have both the situation. But at the same time, there are people, oh, this is extended again. It is not fair. I have learned already everything. I'll forget by the time exam comes. My time is wasted. If you are in second scenario, come to the first one. When you cannot change the situation, adapt to it. There are many benefits also by extending the exam. What you are going to do in next 3 months, it may be 4 or 5, but at least you have some positive news now. RASA has already announced the first COVID vaccine, so you can think that whether it is 3 month or 5 month, exam is going to happen soon. Next 3 month strategy shall be strengthen your concept for both the paper so that you can attempt any type of question. You have more time, utilize it to your benefit so that you crack exam definitely. Practice regularly. QRE, you need concept, you need speed and accuracy, and paper 2 subject, for most of you these topics are new. You need to gain more clarity on that. You need regular revision. You may have to make short pointers. I won't call it actually notes, but pointers to remind you what you have learned. Do also mock test for paper 2, and even if your answer is right, please go to answer explanation. One question has many information in the answer explanation. The exam question can be asked in a different manner. I will show you this in the today's discussion. Let me briefly summarize again the exam pattern. That here in phase 1, you have this 100 marks QRE plus GA. Question breakup is not there right now. And the paper 2 is 6 subject: commerce, accounts, management, finance, costing, company director and economics. Same 6 subject in phase 2, where the weightage will be 2/3 and remaining 1/3 will be English writing. These 6 topics, which I am going to do in more detail today with the questions, are primary key to success. But without doing your QRE and GA, also you can't clear the prelims. You will not be able to go to mains. All your efforts will be wasted. You have to balance it well. For more discussion about how to prepare on QRE, you go to videos by Arnima ma'am, Karan sir, how you can prepare for general awareness including financial awareness, and overall timetable, you can go to this video. Now you can extend that timetable as per the time available. For English descriptive, we need separate discussion because this is the only part where you will have to write within the given word limit. You have to go to this video by Arnima ma'am. I am coming to on what we have to do today. For QRE, practice is the mantra. I keep on repeating, but still most of you keep on doing mistakes. You have to time yourself for every question. Today in computerized setup, when you are practicing, you know it very well how you can do it. By this, you will know which are the questions you are going to attempt and which you are going to leave. Of course, in SEBI, QRE weightage is less, but still you have to pass this to crack the exam. For general awareness, the best thing is a financial newspaper, a business newspaper. I have separate videos on that, how to read newspaper. The Hindu is not going to help here. You have to read a financial newspaper like ET, Business Standard, Business Line, Financial Express, and follow BPedia. BPedia is a very comprehensive general awareness coverage. At one place, you can use it for other exams like RBI, Bank PO, SEBI, NABARD. And this is a weekly and monthly compilation. From this, again you can make your pointers. The pointers will be, for example, your pointer is you read the name Jin Lukan. You don't remember now. When you are reading it after say week, you are not able to recall. That you can find out anytime, but don't write the complete notes. And BPedia, you can download the PDF directly from iExamB website. You have these weekly and monthly capsules covering entire current affairs, PIB, banking, economics and financial awareness. So at one place you get everything, and interesting part is, see for example, this is the news covered here. RBI estimates gross NPA of the bank to rise to 12.5%. Now you shall first know what is gross NPA. So this kind of detail will be provided you in the news, and all news related to economy, national, international, science, technology, everything is covered well with details like Jin Lokan, I just mentioned. He is president of Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. News item is about Maldives. Similarly, currency of Maldives and the president name, the capital of the place. These kind of things are asked in the exam. That is how you have to prepare for paper 1. For paper 2, let me talk to you about each topic, these 6 topics. But seeing these 6 topics like commerce, accounts, management, finance, costing, companies, action, economic, you will have some questions like, is this for all finance student? Finance student have some advantage. Shall I go and find out some CA who can teach me? Being a non-finance candidate, how I will explain all this in the interview? Or if you are a CA or an MBA finance, you may feel, oh, this is a cakewalk for me. I have studied all this topic and therefore I will be the best choice in SEBI interview. Guys, first, interview is about 15% only. Unless you have a very high score in the mains exam, you are not going to make it. Second, the exam is meant for journalists. Eligibility also is masters in any subject and bachelor in engineering. You are going to compete with these candidates, and the questions level are also going to be of that nature. You have to ask right question like, what is the use of these subjects in SEBI? See it from SEBI's lens. How this is going to be helpful for SEBI when you become an officer in SEBI. Considering the current focus, what is happening today in the market, what SEBI is doing regarding all that, what type of questions had been asked in the past. A theory book on accountancy without knowing what actually had been asked in the previous exam is complete waste of your time, and today I am going to show you that kind of questions. But still, important point, what we understand by our experiences, Companies Act is going to be important subject. Among all these topics, capital markets, including type of issues, securities, will be the next important topic, because this is common for finance and Companies Act and commerce and account syllabus. Then fiscal and monetary policy will be the next important topic for 2 reasons. Number 1, this is common for economics and finance and also in general awareness, financial awareness phase 1 paper 1. And now it's extreme focus because of the COVID situation. We know that government is not able to contain the fiscal deficit, exceeding the FRBM target. RBI monetary policy is so much in the news. Economics revolve around inflation, national income concept, and also in NBFCs, which are actually in problem today. You have to be aware about all these issues. Then management basics, and in that also focus on what is leadership, what is motivation theory, and focus on the first most important one like Maslow's Hertzberg. In costing, concepts are more important than the numerical. I am not saying numerical cannot be asked, but it will be so easy and numerical most of the time. See, extreme rare 0.1% probability, you may skip that question also. Because if you start preparing for the toughest question in every topic, then you are going to miss other topics. That you have to remember well. Now I am going to tell you type of expected questions and learning from the past. And if you want to attempt this question, you may have to pause the video. I am going a little fast for the sake of time. This is Companies Act question, which is a concept based question. In which type of the company, in the event of winding up due to the bankruptcy, the company can call upon the personal assets of its members to pay off debts. This is a theory about types of company, what are the liabilities of the members. So this is unlimited company. You must have realized in every company's name it is written that private limited. What does it mean? The liability of the shareholders remains to their contribution in the company in form of the capital they have invested. So that is limited to their contribution. That's why it is called limited. from Companies Act based question. What is the maximum limit up to which a company is allowed to buy back its shares in a year? So buyback of shares, first you understand the concept and also understand in what kind of situation companies do buyback. What is the maximum limit? This is mentioned in the Companies Act. Maximum 25% of the shares company can buy back. Then from Companies Act, I have taken another question which is news based. Given the COVID-19 stress, SEBI has allowed relaxation in the creeping acquisition norms for issue of new equity by promoters in 2021. Under normal conditions, what is the limit of the creeping acquisition without triggering an open offer? This has come recently in the news, and here also it mentions about COVID. In normal condition, this is 5%. So topic is Companies Act, but three different types you have seen. Now this is fourth one in the Companies Act, section based. NCLAT is constituted under which section of the Companies Act? Now again, this is coming so much in the news, but here the section has been asked. Many times students ask us, sir, do I need to remember all the sections, all the rule? No, it is not possible also. But important one, yes. How do you find important one? By studying. You can't remember all the sections. If something is in the news, like recently Reliance have this rights issue, and this comes under which section? That was again mentioned in the news. That you have to remember. Now I am taking question from previous year, and previous year the paper was securities law. Again, Companies Act question. A depository receipt is a certificate issued by the depository bank which purchases shares of foreign companies and deposit on the account against the issue of ordinary shares or foreign currency convertible bond FCCB of issuing company. A depository receipt is called an ADR when it is traded on which of the following exchange? By reading this question you may feel confused. Very tough question. But if you are just calm and you just know the full form of ADR, you use option elimination, you are right. So ADR stands for American Deposit Receipt. You must have studied GDR in Companies Act. That's why I am writing here it is in Companies Act, because in Companies Act they have mentioned GDR. Now if you know it is American Deposit Receipt, so where it is going to be issued? In which of the exchange? So it is New York Stock Exchange, because it is ADR. Again, last year the question asked was, what is the maximum limit of investment in an IPO by a retail investor? And again, this is in Companies Act. It is rupees 2 lakh. If you want to invest more than 2 lakh, you are not then a retail investor. This is the question asked last year again. Sweat shares can be issued by a listed company too. And talking about listed company. And what is sweat shares? The name itself says. So who does sweating for company? Who are working for company? Who are working for a company? Employees and its directors. Lenders, creditors or shareholders are not working for the company. So they cannot be eligible for sweat shares. Means the company start distributing sweat shares to anyone because he is my friend. No, that is not going to happen. Which of the following is not an issuer of the securities in India? Again, a very simple question. If you understand what does a security means. This is asked last year, Companies Act again. That's why I am saying this is most important topic. Various kind of question can be framed on that. So who can issue security? Central government, yeah, GSEC, Treasury bill. Banks, they issue so many securities. Banks are even listed companies. Security is both. It is your share and it can be your debt security, like Government of India issues so many debt securities, you know. Mutual funds, they also issue securities. Units of mutual funds, private corporate, of course. But have you ever heard SEBI issuing any security? SEBI is regulator. SEBI is not like a company who is going to issue any security, whether debt or whether equity. So a very basic fundamental question it was. Again, one more question from previous year. Rule 14 of the Companies Act, Companies Rule, relates to which of the following? And see here in the bracket what is mentioned. That is a clue. See, in MCQ I am telling you intelligently you have to read every question very carefully. Suppose I don't know anything about this rule. Actually I don't know anything about Rule 14. But I read this, okay. It is about prospectus and allotment of securities. So when the rule is about prospectus and allotment of securities, information to be stated in the prospectus, okay, I don't know whether this may be correct, dematerialization of the securities. But the rule said it is about prospectus and allotment. So I can eliminate this option. Private placement is one of the method of allotment. It may be there. Payment of commission. Logically, do you believe that a rule will be talking about the commission? Because commission keep on changing. The correct answer is private placement. These kind of rules which are in news, we have to remember Companies Act does not mean that you have to read and remember everything in the Companies Act. Now coming to the questions related to general awareness. Who is the current chairman of SEBI? I think every one of you know this. And good thing is that he has got an extension, so you need not to remember another name. He has got an 18-month extension, so his name again mentioned in the news, Mr. Ajay Tyagi. You are appearing for SEBI exam, so basic things about SEBI you shall know. Shelf prospectus is valid for a period of, again a Companies Act question, and this is valid for 1 year. Simple fact-based question you have to remember. Now I am coming to finance part. So in finance you have topic financial system, role of regulatory bodies, financial market, all market, forex, money, bond, equity. But you can understand that in forex RBI has more role to play. You need to understand the market, that is fine, but you have to go deeper in the equity market where SEBI has more role to play. Then there are general topics. Remember, SEBI is the capital market regulator, so know about SEBI, know about financial market, but more about the capital market which SEBI regulate. And derivatives, understand the concept. Don't understand trying trading. You do trading, that is a separate thing. It is not going to come in exam. And Mr. Saran told that day in that session that SEBI officers are not allowed to trade. So what you need is understanding of the derivative and development in the financial sector. Know in general what is happening in banking and NBFC sector, mutual fund, but at the same time not every aspect of the regulation of RBI, at least for this exam, because this is a SEBI exam. Here focus more on the SEBI. I will take you some of the questions, but questions starting with say RBI. RBI has continued with the accommodative stance of the monetary policy in August 2020. Which of the following best describe the meaning of the accommodative stance of RBI? So what is accommodative? You must be hearing this word again and again in monetary policy. Accommodative means RBI is accommodating further interest rate decline in future. That is accommodative stance. You shall know that. On derivative, if there is a concept based question like this, which of the following has the right to sell an asset at a predetermined price? So who has this right? A put buyer. Put means to sell. So somebody has taken a put option, the buyer of the option has the right to sell at a predetermined price. Then in finance, what can be the news based question? The resolution framework envisages constitution of an expert committee by RBI to make recommendations on the required financial parameters to be factored in the resolution plan. The expert committee will be chaired by, I think you must have not missed this news. If you are a serious candidate, KV Kamath, this was even covered in editorials of the financial news. What kind of instrument is FCCB? It is equity, it is debt, or it is hybrid? It is hybrid. So this is fundamental question on finance. Which of the following can be maturity period of a commercial paper in India? So in India it's obvious here. So when it is not mentioned, you have to understand that that is what the author is asking. The question maker is asking. Theoretically it can be anything, but what is in our country is 91 days, 182 days and 1 year commercial paper. What happens to bond price when bond yield increases? Must have learned about the inverse relationship between yield and bond price. It is decreasing in this scenario. High book value means, when the book value high, it means there are higher reserves. So these are the fundamentals you have to study when you are studying finance. Call risk is associated with. So have you ever heard of a call risk in an equity? Because issuer of the equity cannot call it back. But there are callable bond. In the callable bond, there is a call risk. Which of the following is not a money market security? As I said, if you want to attempt these questions, pause the video. But share of government in public sector enterprise is not a money market security. Say for example, a government of India is holding shares in SBI, in SAIL, BHEL, ONGC, so many enterprises. So these are not money market security, no. Now coming to commerce and accountancy section. Some topics are very new. These are related to accounting standard, financial statements analysis, which are balance sheet, cash flow statement, income statement, and accounting for share capital transactions, ESOPs, buyback, preparation and presentation of the company's account. And likely topics are here: bonus shares, right shares, buyback of securities, financial statement. Now there is a confusion. Many students have raised this confusion. What to read, AS or Ind AS? People have even gone to SEBI, they filed RTI, etc. But see, it is a syllabus, indicative syllabus, guys. Focus on concept. So no answer from SEBI. And I don't think it actually requires an answer, because this is going too much into detailing. See, this is not a school or college exam. Please understand, this is a competitive exam. You have to have a very wide knowledge, and people keep on going to court. So there is a set of people, they have more time for court cases, etc. It's okay, everybody is right in a democracy. But my point is, you focus on clearing the exam by understanding how to maintain transparency in account, how to do corporate governance by accounting, because these are the SEBI's objective. They are not going to make you an officer and do the journal entry. In working in SEBI, you are not going to prepare any company's account, but you will have to read balance sheets. So what is our understanding? Ind AS transition is not complete yet. We know RBI has given indefinite time to bank on that, and because in the syllabus there are topics mentioned as depreciation, while in Ind AS depreciation is merged with fixed asset. So that also is an indication that better to go for AS, but more focus on understanding the concept. See this question here, what are the assets that can be converted into cash within a short period of less than 1 year? So what are these called? A very fundamental question. Whether you read this accounting standard or that, it is not going to change, and that is what SEBI want you to understand. These are called current assets. Current means which can be converted into cash within less than a year. Which of the following is a corporate action for breaking the existing shares of a particular face value into smaller denominations? So when you break the shares, if you read the question carefully, you can select the right option. Breaking means splitting, so it is a stock split. This is not buyback. Buyback means company is buying back. Rights issue is, go to my video on Reliance rights issue, and bonus is a bonus given to the existing shareholder. It cannot be obviously all of the above. As per Ind AS 16, an item of property, plant and equipment that qualifies for the recognition as an asset shall be measured at recognition at its. So now this question I have taken and written that Ind AS, though I was saying go for AS. The answer is not changing, right? Because if you understand the concept of cost, the treatment remains same. Reliance Limited is raising money through rights issue. This will be classified as which one of the following cash flow in the cash flow statement of the company? I am sure you must have gone through this news of Reliance raising money through rights issue. This is a financing cash flow, because operating means comes from operations. Investing cash flow means suppose they have sold some of their units, but in this case by issuing the rights, company got more money into the company. So on the current topic like this rights issue, you have to know the fundamentals. This is a concept based question, but asked in a recent news. Now also know that what kind of questions are very unlikely to be asked. Say for example journal entries. So you are not going to do journal entries. So any transaction or numericals. I will show you one numerical which can be like very simple, but the kind of numericals you will find in finance and accounts book don't depend on that. Accounting standard in depth. As I said, you have to keep in mind for becoming SEBI officer what you need. So if I come to costing, in costing there is also topics related to management, overview of cost, methods of costing, basics. Focus on understanding the concept of cost, break even, standard cost and variance, and budgeting. Budgeting is the important question here, and lean system, because that is related to management again. A simple question here is concept based question. The product service in relation to which the cost is to be calculated is known as. So what is this called? Unit cost. It is called cost unit. Under marginal costing, the name suggests same we have studied in economics. The word marginal means each additional. Which of the following cost will not be attributed to the product cost? So understand this concept. If you understand what is marginal costing, you can make it out that the rent of the place is not going to vary as per each unit of the production. While the raw material will vary, the freight will vary, the labor cost will also vary. Which of the following can be defined as a system in which intends to control the cost of each unit through prior determination of what should be the cost and then its comparison with the actual cost? I think again here, if you read this carefully, you can make the meaning that this is standard costing. And if you are engaged in cleaning machines, windows, floors, etc., which phase of 5S are you in? So you have to know now what is 5S. That is there in the lean system. The answer here is shine, but you have to know these 5 S's, and also the Japanese word associated with these 5S? We have seen these kind of question asked in the exam. Say so related with which of the system? Be careful in reading this when you are reading your notes. And now giving you one simple numerical. By seeing a numerical, don't get panic. I am telling you this numerical anyone can do. If raw material purchased is 90,000 rupees and closing stock of the raw material is 6,000, opening stock is 7,000, then what is the figure of direct material consumed? You have 7,000 in opening stock and now in the closing stock you have only 6,000. So 1,000 you consumed from your existing stock and 90,000 you purchased. So what is the correct answer here? 91,000. So these kind of simple question can be asked in the exam. Don't worry much about this. Management, it was also last time in the SEBI exam, and focus on important topic like basics of management. What is management? Its meaning, its functions, roles, leadership style and various theories. Important theories again, the founders of the theories, motivation theories and morale. The good point is management is a very simple topic that way, but you have to revise again and again. You will otherwise get sometime confused in the exam by seeing the answer options. Let me show you some of the questions. Which of the following best describe the function of ensuring that everything is carried out according to a plan? When you read according to a plan, it shall not be planning in your mind. It is also telling function of ensuring. Ensuring that it is happening as per the plan means how do you ensure? You ensure it by controlling. Which of the following leadership style is based on the system of rewards for contingent performance? This is a very standard line, rewards for contingent performance, when you talk about transactional leadership. Transactional leadership has a system of reward. You do something good, a very good transaction, you are rewarded. The qualification for a job, and this is the question asked last year. The qualification for a job will be given under which of the following? If you have not read these, what are job description, job design, job production, the difference between these things, you may get confused in the exam. This is job specification, and this is again a last year question. Which of the following is not one of the needs as per the Maslow theory? So when you talk about motivation, you start with Maslow theory, these Maslow's hierarchy, 5 types of needs. So there is physiological need, but not psychological. So be careful what you are reading. Physiological need is about the need of the body, that is breathing, food, water, sex, sleep. And psychological needs are need of mind, because after physiological needs are met, Maslow told about safety needs, love and belongingness needs, esteem needs, and then self-actualization. Understand the meaning of self-actualization. This is another question asked last year. As per the management grid, the position 9-9 is better known as, and this 9-9 position is team management position. Who is the father of scientific management? Most of the book related to management, especially organizational behavior, will start from this chapter about scientific management, Frederick Taylor. And you see here the questions asked are very direct on very popular theories. So rather than reading new theories, revise on important one, because in exam confusion can be created by option. The last topic is economics. If you see the syllabus, so a lot of things you will find in news today is related to financial, fiscal policy, NBFCs, monetary policy, GDP, growth, recession. And here, following the current affairs is very important, simultaneously understanding your concepts. Product differentiation is the cornerstone of which of the following market structure? So where is product differentiation? This is a monopolistic competition. This is a concept based question, not a current affairs based question. Phillips curve is a graphical depiction of, whenever we talk about the relationship between inflation and unemployment, we talk about Phillips curve. A higher difficulty level question can be when the Phillips curve can become a straight line. And the news based question can be like, who headed the committee that had suggested that change in the education system under the new education policy? I have put this question here in economics, but it can be in general awareness also. The new education policy is very much in news. After 1986, the education policy is revised, and the committee is headed by K. Kasturirangan. Dr. Kasturirangan is a space scientist. The FRBM Act was enacted in 2003 to bring the fiscal prudence and responsibility. One of the aim of the FRBM is to eliminate which of the following deficit in the country. So again, if you understand the role of FRBM, you will realize the aim is to eliminate revenue deficit. This is an important news. India reported a surplus in the current account almost up to 13 years of remaining deficit. What is meant by the current account deficit? So today you may feel that why this topic only is asked, because this is getting reported in news nowadays. The current account deficit means negative balance on account of difference between export and import of goods and services for a country. This is a news inspired concept, I would say. And how many tax slabs are under GST? This was asked last year. Very straightforward question. You have 4 tax slabs, 5%, 12%, 18% and 28% for GST. This time if the question comes, these are the options. Which of the following is not a tax slab? I create a 5th option here. So 32 is not a tax slab. Who heads the GST Council? Again a very simple question, I think. It is Finance Minister who is heading the GST Council. But when you are reading this, also know that who are the members in GST Council. If the question comes that way, which of the following is not a member of GST Council? Also, questions based on scheme and reports in news, please go through. But this year, focus is on economics, unlike ESI last year. So last year, social issues were also there. This time, don't focus much on the government scheme kinds of thing for SEBI exam. But important thing in the government policies are always a part of economics. Know about those, say Atmanirbhar Bharat package, 15th Finance Commission, final report shall be there by the time exam happens. National education policy, again an important one. If I have to summarize this discussion, spend this time to strengthen your concepts. So you saw we discussed all 6 topics of paper 2, which was in phase 1 and phase 2 both. You have to first have very strong concept and then follow current affairs. It not only helps to update the answer related to news, but also helps you in knowing which are the concept you shall be focusing on more. By reading these, your concept actually get revised, and practicing more and more questions. Very important QRE for paper 2 also. For that, you have to keep on giving mock tests. Remember, this is a journalist job. Be journalist. And you can listen these strategies from previous year selected students like Ashutosh, Shantana Panda. These videos are on our channel. To know more about SEBI and its functions, to understand the organization, hear from Mr. Prashant Saran, who was whole-time member in SEBI. Now coming to not to do list. This is important because to have your focus, you shall know what not to do. First thing, do not be complacent because there is more time. Because it's a competition. Number of vacancies are same. Competition is increasing. Even the number of applicants have been increasing. And in this time, more people are preparing more seriously. If you are a non-finance aspirant, then do not be scared of finance. Only rocket science is a rocket science. And as I was showing you the videos by like Ashutosh last year, so these are engineering students. If you are a finance student, don't focus on your strength alone. You may be knowing some of the topics very well. But here you have to learn to unlearn some of the strategies. Studying for CA, studying for finance degree is different, but here it is a journalist exam. Listen to successful candidate, but do not copy their strategy because every one of you is a unique candidate. Focus on the exam, how you are able to get more and more marks in the test. Don't study like a CA or CS or a lawyer. When you are reading Companies Act, you are reading accounts, you are reading costing. If you are still not able to get it, do more mock test. All tests are free at iExamB. You will be able to appreciate what I am saying here. Do not study from bulky books cover to cover. It will be wastage of your time. You are thinking we have a lot of time, but I am telling you, even if with 3 month, 4 month, 6 month preparation, you crack these exams, whether it is SEBI or RBI or NABARD, you are very, very intelligent person. These are very tough exams. Less than 100 seats, all India competition, lakhs of students applying. So don't judge by the syllabus, judge by the competition. Don't neglect practicing QRE. Many a time, intelligent students do this mistake and not able to clear phase 1. And descriptive English, don't overlook this. This is a test of writing essay, writing correct English, précis, application. You have to practice. It is 1/3 of your phase 2 exam. You have to start this practicing early. You have any question, you can reach us at 920-55-24028 by WhatsApp, SMS or call. Invest your time learning from the successful people. For that, you can enroll for the online learning course at iexamb.com. Good luck for your preparation. Remember, exam hai to iExamB hai.